Good afternoon, people. Welcome back. I am Craig. Well, after yesterday's episode talking about Cardano possibly breaking out, we had it happen overnight. I woke up this morning and yes, we had broken to all-time new highs on Cardano. And let's just look at the graph right now. So as you can see, this is from last night. If you haven't seen last night's episode, go back and check it out. We talked about the bullish phases of Cardano as we've approached all these forks. First, the Shelly fork, there was a bull run all the way up to the fork, and then it kind of petered out after that until we heard about the Mary fork, and there was the bull run up to that. And then once that happened, it kind of, at least it didn't pull back, but it kind of went sideways. And that's where people have been frustrated that Cardano has just been doing this up and down thing while we've been in a bullish phase for most of the altcoins, including Bitcoin as well, and the altcoins. And that's what's frustrated people. But now we've got the Alonzo fork coming. And I said, once we break this all-time high, I think we're off to the races. And we did it last night. Let's look at a shorter term time frame here. Here's the green line, which was the all-time high. Now, here's the thing that's a little bit frustrating is we went through it and then we've pulled back and we've actually used the old resistance level of the all-time high as a support level. As you can see, there's little candle wicks actually went below it, but then it's the close that really matters. On this 1 hour chart, there hasn't been a close below it, and now we're moving back up in the last hour chart. So hopefully that was the test. You know, usually resistance becomes support. You break above resistance, and then there's that pullback, touch the now support line, and then go on to higher and greater things. So the question is, if yesterday's analysis that we're in a bullish phase now that we've broken out, and my goal was, or my price prediction was that we would hit this about $6 level by the time we got to the Alonzo hard fork, and that's where smart contracts will be fully implemented on the Cardano system. And that's where Cardano then can take on Ethereum and show that they're more efficient, that there's lower gas fees, that Charles has a lot of plans to, help the less privileged countries, bank the unbankable. A lot of good PR could come from that, from media and whatnot, which could create a lot of buzz around the Cardano ecosystem and, of course, the ADA coin. So, yeah, that was my plan. That was my forecast for yesterday. But I had a good question. We talked about, because Bitcoin is in a bullish phase now, and we forecast it'll be in that bullish phase until the end of August, maybe a little longer if this is the super cycle that people have said with the corporate adoption. We might go into October, maybe November, maybe the end of the year, who knows? But that I said the canary in the coal mine is once Bitcoin rolls over, then most of the altcoins follow soon after. Maybe within a month to 2 months, they'll roll over. The question is, do they roll as much or less than Bitcoin? Bitcoin in previous bear markets, from the high to the low, can be quite substantial. Some people say it's 70, 80%, depending on which bull market you're looking at. Is it going to be as deep on Bitcoin? I don't think so. I think the corporate adoption that we've never had in previous bull markets is going to create that safety net. And we often use Fibonacci retracements to say where will it pull back to. So instead of it pulling all the way down to the 78% retracement level, it might stop at the 38% or the 50% or the 61.8%. I just don't see it going down 80%. And then you have to say that's Bitcoin, the granddaddy, kind of the tide that lifts all boats. But will Cardano do better or worse than Bitcoin? So if it gets all the way up here, how far could it fall back? So let's go in here into a tighter time frame. We're going to go from this low all the way to the $6 high using a Fibonacci extension. So we've gone up here, assuming we've made it to $6. It would probably be somewhere over here on the graph. What would it pull back to? Well, just want to look at those Fibonacci levels we talked about. Of course, when you're at an all-time new high, you don't have resistance levels. You don't have previous pivot points where a graph is, a chart, whether it's a stock or a coin in this case, has made it to a high and then rolled over previously. And a lot of times that's a point of resistance where people get up to that level and they want to sell because they think, that's as far as it's going to go for a little while. It's human nature to think like that. When you don't have previous points to refer back to, all you can use is your Fibonacci extensions. So we get to 6, we roll over. I'm thinking that Cardano, with this new smart contract system, will not have as deep of a bear market pullback as a lot of other altcoins that don't have anything new and exciting to showcase. The Alonzo fork will have just happened in August. So if the rollover is starting to happen in September, October, they're going to be bringing in all these new customers onto their smart chain. There's going to be all this buzz about Cardano. And I just don't think it's going to get that 78% pullback. That's kind of like the worst case scenario. It might get, obviously, I'm assuming it would at least get to the 38% pullback during a bear market, which would bring it down to just over $4. Maybe the slightly worst case scenarios, it might make it to the 50% retracement, which would be around $3.50. And I'm factoring in that the absolute worst case scenario, if all the other coins are falling the 78%, then maybe Cardano goes down to the 618% or 61.8% retracement, which is about $2.92 and $2.93. Let's say $3. Round numbers tend to, stocks and coins tend to gravitate to round numbers. So we've got a $4 or a $3.50 or a $3 range based on whether you think it's going to be a mild pullback, a medium pullback, or a deeper pullback. So that's my forecast for Cardano after this potential bull run all the way to what I forecast is $6. Now, clearly, if we bring the number down a bit, if we go from $6, let's just say we're only going to get to $4. Well, then, of course, then the retracement levels fall as well. So then the 38% is $2.80, 50% is $2.50, and 61% is $2.15. So as you can see, if you think I'm being a little too bullish with my $6 forecast for the end of the bull run, then you can use the Fibonacci's to mark out a slightly more conservative level and then see your resistance levels from that. And that's pretty much the only way you can try and forecast where you're going to see some support in the future. So hopefully you found that informative. I just want to segue quickly because we have kind of a milestone coming up for DOGEcoin. As you know, Doge has been rocketing higher. Let's just pull up the graph for that. So here's the log chart for DOGEcoin. As you can see, it was not that long ago down around 5 cents. It stayed around 5 cents for a long time. And then we know Elon Musk started tweeting about Doge and Doge to the moon. And then a bunch of other media stars got on board and it just kept getting pumped. And then as you got here, you see the steeper move. It's because it was made very clear by Elon Musk that he was going on Saturday Night Live and he was going to call himself the Doge father. So that just got everybody, especially the Elon Musk, evangelistas, they all go, oh, Elon bought Doge and he's going on Saturday Night. We got to all buy it. And it just becomes this FOMO thing. But as you can see, it's already starting to roll over. And this is on the hourly chart. And I'm just giving you my interpretation. DOGEcoin doesn't have any fundamental or utility, no fundamental value or utility. It's not a coin that you can use like on Binance. Binance Coin helps you save on fees, helps you do this. There's some perks, some benefits of owning the coin. They're stakeable. There's a lot of things that go on with Binance Coin or Cake Coin or a lot of coins, really. Ethereum obviously has the smart chain contracts. So you can point at almost every major cryptocurrency and say, yeah, there's a value there. There's a utility there. It serves a purpose. DOGEcoin, if you weren't aware, was created as a meme coin. In fact, the original creator has actually left the project many years ago and sold all his Doge. And he said he created it as a meme coin, kind of make fun of other meme coins. And then he kind of left the project and then it just stayed at pennies per Doge until it started getting flogged by Elon Musk on his Twitter account about how great this coin was. The problem is, there's almost nobody working on this coin. There's like most good coins have engineers, developers working on the code, trying to improve it. Think of Cardano, the topic of this episode. Charles has got a team of people that are constantly working to improve it. That's not happening with Doge. Doge really is just a coin that's just been called DOGEcoin, and there's no fundamental reason to own it other than you think you can sell it down the road for more to someone else than what you paid for it. My thought is, though, it's going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news opportunity here. You're going to get the coin on this run up. And then when he's on Saturday Night Live, if it hasn't already started to roll over, you're going to get that. Everybody goes, well, that was the big event. And now it's over. And now it's Sunday and nothing's going on with Doge. And you're going to look at the chart and it's going to be falling fast. And there's going to be a lot of people left holding the bag. And if you think about it, Elon Musk, for his company, Tesla, bought Bitcoin because Bitcoin is a quality store of value coin. He could have also gotten into Ethereum. He could have gotten into other things. He didn't put DOGEcoin on his balance sheet of his company. He's got investors, big money whales that have invested in Tesla that would probably lose their mind if he spent hundreds of millions of dollars of his corporation's free cash to put on DOGEcoin. He knew they could swallow Bitcoin because a lot of people are starting to see the value in Bitcoin. But Doge is, even in his mind, you almost know when he's doing these tweets that it's a tongue-in-cheek kind of joke. And a lot of the other actors and people that have tweeted out about it too, it's all a meme. They're photos of themselves. Guy Fieri, the chef guy there, has a tweet out with him in a spacesuit with the dog in his helmet. Everybody's doing it tongue-in-cheek as if they're laughing about this, and yet people are putting serious money into this coin. And I feel sorry for some of these younger new investors who are putting $2,000. It's all they've got, and they've scraped together, and they've put $2,000, and then they decide to follow Elon and throw it all on DOGEcoin. Now, they're probably way up right now. So my suggestion is get out while the getting's good. If you want to trade into it because you think there's momentum in the coin, I get that. I envy people who got in back here at 20 cents not that long ago. What's the date there? April 23rd. You could have gotten in for 20 cents, and it got all the way up to almost 70 cents. So yeah, if you got in at 20 cents and you got out at 70 cents, pat yourself on the back. You made a whack of money on a momentum play, and congratulations for that. But don't think DOGEcoin is a long-term investment in a quality project that has developers working on it, because that's just not the case. So yeah, anyways, that's my take on Doge. It's been a wild ride. I never got into it. I just don't believe in this coin, but I do feel great for all those people who got in at pennies a coin and are now 10 times their money in a month. I wish I had 10 times my money as well, but I wasn't willing to take that risk. And I certainly wouldn't be willing to tell anybody to take that risk now at the almost 60 cent mark, hoping that it's going to go to $1, which is what a lot of people are pointing to. The plan was to get it to $1 by the Saturday Night Live episode. So there you go. I hate to go off on a tangent about another coin, especially when I'm not being very complimentary about it, but I just don't want new investors to have their first experience in cryptocurrency being about the DOGEcoin and possibly losing a large chunk of their investment money. So hopefully you got some value out of that, and hopefully you got value out of the entire episode talking about Cardano, and now that we've broken out to new highs, let's look for that old high to be support, and if it keeps going up, we have those various resistance levels, and my eventual kind of prognostication is that it gets to $6, and if it does, we have those resistance or those support lines on the way back down to look forward to during that unfortunate bear market that we have to go through. Hopefully it's not too harsh. And if you found this episode informative or entertaining, show the channel some love by giving it a thumbs up. I want to say thank you to the over 110 at least people that subscribed since yesterday. Yesterday I was at 460. Today I'm at 570 on my goal to 1,000. Thank you very much. Again, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell notification button to get more episodes about cryptocurrency from me. And again, the thumbs up always helps the algorithm. Although until I get to 1,000 subscribers and YouTube actually starts monetizing this episodes, I doubt they're going to push it hard anyway. But a thumbs up always makes me feel good, even if it doesn't do anything for the YouTube algorithm yet, but it will. So until next time, this is Craig wishing you happiness, health, and wealth in that order, and ciao for now.